Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 100 sub Q&A answer video. Been, I think, a good 3 weeks now, so I thought I'd start answering the questions. From Scorch Pen, I think it is, no, Scorch M, or however you say it. Question 1, do you realise you're on 99 subs? Ruffle. At the time, I was. My sub count went down, and I didn't really actually give two monkeys about it. I just was celebrating that I got 100 subs. From 012 Solace, what's the most disappointing game you have ever played? Oh wow, where do I start? There is a game called Test Drive Unlimited 2. Now, I have the original Test Drive Unlimited and played it for about 2 years. And it was really, really good. Test Drive basically gave you an island, the island of Hawaii, I think it was. And I think it was Hawaii. And, or was it? Oh, I don't know. And it was an accurate map of Hawaii, and it was beautiful. The roads were excellent. There wasn't that much traffic. It was brilliant, and you could drive down the road in expensive sports cars, from the Aston Martin DB9 to the Ferrari Enzo, things like that. Then TDU2 came around. The driving engine for TDU1 was superb. One of the best driving engines I've played to date, literally to date. Then this turned up. Yeah. Test Drive 2's driving engine. One of the first things I saw on the dev video was, we deleted the driving engine because, and I'm quoting here, it doesn't work off-road. Yes, but it works off, their driving engine TDU2 works off-road, doesn't work on-road. I was sitting in an Aston Martin DBS, playing the game lovely, and going around a corner that I would class as a basic corner any normal car driver would go around. And I was going around it at 30 miles an hour. Literally, I was taking it quite fast. And this was a slight bend. It wasn't a sharp 90-degree turn. I would say it was about 15 degrees off 90. Well, no, 50. It was a 15-degree turn. So basically, it was just like that. It was sort of exiting, going off an off-ramp. Or going on an on-ramp, as it were. I spin twice, 360, and then crash into another car. But here's the interesting thing. The car was driven by an AI. What did the AI car do? The AI car shot back 50 foot, literally 50 foot, and round into another player. To say the driving engine was broken in that game was abysmal. It was abysmal. So yes, that is the most disappointing game I have ever played. Right, so that's that question. Question, how many... This question's a bit odd. Brad Dragon 107 asks, how much swag do you have On a scale of 1 to 7. Swag. None. What caused you to start YouTube? What caused me to start YouTube? Well, same bloke asking the same question. It's a two-part question. What's caused me to start YouTube? Well, recently got a new computer. This was around about 6 years ago. And, well, I think it was actually... Did I start this? No. Right. Let's get this straight. A friend invited me onto MySpace. Yes, this is going back some way. And said, this is the best social network there is. And they said, did I know anything about YouTube? And I was like, what was YouTube? At the time, it was new. And I was quite computer savvy, and I was like, you don't know about YouTube? Alright, I'll send you a link. And the first thing I did was make an account. Because basically you couldn't comment on videos, and you couldn't put them in favourite lists. And I thought, might as well do that. Then a television show came to the UK called Chuck. And I was besotted. It's a spy show with a geeky protagonist, and it was brilliant. And the first thing I did, when the first 13 episodes came up on Virgin 1 at the time, I recorded them because at the time I had a video recorder in the computer. I had a way to get a recording onto the computer, and I was mucking about because I had this hard drive space at the time with videos, and I was doing editing just for a laugh. Nothing. I was doing pretty much nothing, and then Chuck came along, and it was like, ooh, I wonder. And I was like, nobody. I'd looked on YouTube for Chuck videos. There were quite a lot. Yeah, the Americans had the show first, so there were a lot of videos. And then I typed in Chuck James Bond, and there was only one video. It sort of annoyed me because it was like, Chuck James Bond, these things go together. So I made it on the worst, and I repeat, the worst ever video editor, which is Windows Movie Maker at the time. This was when Vista was out. It kept crashing. I kept having to save. The file was huge. The upload time was incredible. But those first comments are what kept me doing YouTube. And I don't think it was actually my first video. I think it was just a video of a cat I once had who was sadly passed away. But yeah, that's why I really started YouTube. It was because of a show that I got the account because basically I thought this is more interesting than Facebook or MySpace, and frankly it is. Yeah, so that's why I started YouTube, and this is why I have sort of kept up with it. When I didn't have fraps, I didn't do anything. It was like, when I didn't think of anything, I didn't just do things that I didn't want to do. As in, I didn't have fraps at the time, so I didn't do a playthrough or anything. So I just did editing work. I do suggest you guys go back to my older videos, one of my early loads of videos, and see what I did with a really crappy video editing system. You will be impressed, because by today's standards, it's pretty pathetic. But at the time, with the system I had, with the video editing rig I had, it was incredible. Now, Fizz. Oh, hopefully that answered your you guys' questions. Now, Fizz has got a lot of questions. Excuse me. Questions. Fizz asks, and this is a multiple part question, so be warned. What is my favourite game of all time? Have to be Lethal Weapon. There was a place called Macro, still about, and around the early 1996, no, it's before that, 95, I think it was 95, that Dad took me around Macro and I saw this box which said Lethal Weapon the video game, and I picked it up and said, can I have this? And he looked at it and said, yeah. And Lethal Weapon, to this day, is one of the best games I have ever played. It's my Mario. And I actually did play Super Mario on the Game Boy, and in comparison, it didn't feel quite as good as Lethal Weapon to me, because Lethal Weapon, you've got a gun and you're shooting people, and the puzzles are really, really good. They're not really puzzles, but the platforming is really, really good on that. I'm gonna have to. No, I'm gonna stick with that. This is straight from me. Stick with it. It's gonna be that. Okay, so what's next? Do any pizza? Fixing again. Sorry about that, I was just going to get a drink. So, Fizz's question was, well, let's get me a little bit more light as well. What do you think about the British government? As in, where are we? About politics in the UK. Well, politics in the UK. I think I'll do a separate vid on this. But all I have to say at the moment is the Labour Party's current leader, Ed Miliband, is the slimiest car salesman looking like person you are ever going to see in your life. Literally, he looks like he'd try and sell you a Vauxhall Corsa that has no engine for £500,000. What else? This is an interesting question from Fizz. What do you think about other countries based on their influences in the gaming industry? Now, think about other countries and their influences in the gaming industry. Well, I think that America basically invented the first-person shooter. UK, we have Rockstar. I think most of Rockstar is based in the UK. I think, or at least the original people who made GTA are, which I'm quite proud of. I think, go Britain, we made one of the best-selling games. Well, we make one of the best-selling game franchises. I don't care what you think about COD. Call of Duty. Yeah, I think that GTA is British. The rest of the world doesn't. Well, South Korea and around Asia and places, StarCraft nuts. Japanese JRPGs, which I haven't really got into. I think it's a good thing that the world is opening up to gaming, that we are seeing gaming production throughout the world. There's no real downside to it. Indies from around the world have been doing it. Let's face it, isn't Notch from Sweden? He made one of the best games, one of the most beloved games ever, Minecraft. So, yeah, without the internet, it would be hard. Well, no, I wouldn't be doing this as we speak. So, yeah, I think. No, I'm not sure if that answers your question, Fizz, or not. Is there any big name YouTuber games? Name. Oh, yes. Is there any big name YouTube gamers that I watch regularly? Yes, there's a couple. Total Biscuit. He's awesome. Definitely subscribe to him. If you want to know about PC games, if you want to know the first about good or how awful a PC game is, and you're not sure if you want to buy it, make sure Total Biscuit, see if Total Biscuit has got what WTF is. And if he does, then go for it. And if you like what he says, most of the time I trust what he says. I also watch Peanut Butter Gamer. Not his main channel. I think I've got both his channels sub, but there's his sub channel where he does interesting things on, secondary channel that he does interesting things on. There's all Minecraft things and such. Jesse Cox, he's good as well. He does really funny things. Dodger, she does gaming news most of the time, and puzzle games and things like that. Who else do I watch? That's it, really. Well, hang on. I can probably tell you because they're probably on my sub list. Dodger. Oh, Big Mooney. Yes, Big Mooney has basically does Battlefield 3 and now 4 videos where he basically does the top 10 Battlefield 4 things of the week. So basically people send stuff in. Frankie, I can't remember that. Bloody hell. His bloody name's awful. Where is it? Oh, come on, Frankie, where are you? Yes, Frankie on PC 1080p. But he prefers to be called Frankie. He's really funny. He's really good. Dodger, Frankie, Markiplier. He's got this drunk Minecraft series, and that's about it, really. Those are the main people I watch constantly. I'll find a video. I'll go back, trawl through their catalogue and find a funny video. Now, where was I? Yeah. So, where are we? Is there any big news in particular? What is my favourite MLP pony? That's a tough question. I don't Okay, I can. It's got to be. I'm stuck on 3. There are 3 of them. One of them's a side character that everybody loves, no matter what. And the other 2 are Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. I have to say it's too hard. I have to go for them both because they're both adorable. They both have had me laughing in stitches with things they've said and things they've done. They're the most comical characters in the show, in my view. Twilight Sparkle does have some good turns with comedy, but it's mostly Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie that make me laugh the most. There are no actual ponies that I don't like. I didn't like Rainbow Dash for 2 seasons, which was quite weird. It was like, oh god, another Rainbow Dash episode, and I was like, most of the fan base are going, what? You don't like Rainbow Dash? But yeah, oh, and the third one is Derpy, so it's, yeah, I don't know. I might have to get back to you on that one. Can I? Oh yes. Fizz asks, can he be president of my fan club? I didn't know such a thing existed, but if he wants to be, he can be. Yeah, you can be president of my fan club, Fizz. Yeah, you can. 'Cause why not? I think that's about it. For some reason, not many people ask questions, but I don't mind. It's our current sub count is at 106, so okay. With that pony question, it has to be Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is awesome with her sheer insanity that is only rivaled by the Doctor. Let's face it, it's like she does things that don't make any sense but work in the show, and the rest of the main 6 and even outside the main 6 look at her as if to say, what in the name of hell are you doing? And I think Lauren Faust made the rules for the character, make her completely insane, and that is one of the main reasons why I like the show so much. Also, here's a question you might want to ask. How the hell did I get into the show? Okay, type in the words Top Gear and My Little Pony. Here is the interesting thing. I was on the Top Gear website, and my friend had talked about My Little Pony on and off. Nothing really that. He wasn't quite that interested. I also saw some things on Nerd to the Third Power, which is a podcast I sometimes listen to. And then the Top Gear website had this video, and I thought, hang on, a cartoon series that works with Top Gear. It was a mashup of Top Gear and My Little Pony, and I thought, oh god, I have got to see this. And it was on the official website. I think you can still find it. And I was amazed, and I had to watch the show from then on. It was pretty much, I'd be stupid not to, because the person had edited the show down, and it was hilarious. It was a Top Gear episode with ponies. And I thought, how do you do that? How can a show be so good to get that to work? And it was like, I had to watch the show, and what really stuck me with it, so I think it has to be Pinkie Pie, was Pinkie Pie's first ever joke on Twilight Sparkle, the hot sauce. Yeah, that's what really kept me in the show. Fluttershy also was slightly a bit of a thing, bit of a interest because she was funny, but it was Pinkie Pie. The sheer and utter insanity of Pinkie Pie. Yeah. Thank you for watching my 100 subs answer video. So, thanks for 100 subs. I've got 6 more already. Another 500 and something to go. By the way, I'm crap at maths. So thank you to everyone who's subscribed, everybody who's actually watched one of my videos. And sort of my aim with doing YouTube is to basically entertain, with my study of this, inform and entertain, or share or get my point across with my rants. Those are my three basic things I want to do with YouTube, and so far I've done quite well, I feel. And at the moment I'm getting this interesting thing where it's just like after 24 hours I'm getting like 10 people viewing my stuff, which is weird. So I was only on the low 5, 6, 7s, and this is going to be interesting, alright? So thanks guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, why are you watching this? But what I've got to say is, if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, watch my other videos. Yes, I am a brony, but I don't throw it in your face too much. I've done a few brony things, but that's about it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Now, where the fuck? God damn it. There it is. Yeah. Sheer darkness again.